Hi there, and welcome to day 8 of our 14-day yoga challenge. For today's class, I prepared a 15-minute yoga flow for balance and strength. Having good balance and strength is extremely important in a yoga class. You don't need to have amazing balance, strength, or flexibility to start yoga, but yoga will aid you to get more balanced, flexible, and strong. So let's dive deep into today's class. Put on a comfortable outfit, grab your mat, and let's get flowing. We're starting in a standing position at the front of your mat. Open your feet about the width of your hips. Placing your hands onto your hips, and then start to draw circles with your hips, moving the weight from one foot into the other. Stretching out the hip flexors as you move to the front, really pushing the hip to the front, stretching out the sides of the hips as you circle over to the sides, and begin to stretch out the hamstrings as your hips are moving to the back. Focusing especially on the weight in your feet. As you're starting to shift the weight from one foot to the other, you're already beginning to train your balance. And moving up the sides, drawing the circles the other way around. Begin to establish a deep belly breathing. Breathing in and out of your belly through your nose. Finding your way into stillness. Inhale, move the hands up. As you exhale, move over to the right side to stretch out the left one. Breathing deeply into the left side and begin to activate your core muscles. This time you're especially stretching and strengthening the obliques. Tucking the belly button in towards the spine to keep your core active. And inhale, come to center. Exhale, moving over to the left to stretch and strengthen, especially the side part of your body. Finding your way back to center, dropping the hands down, interlacing them behind you. Inhale, push into the hands to open the chest and gaze up. Your hands are sinking down towards the ground. Make sure you're opening up from the chest and not just sinking into your lower back. As you exhale, move forwards from the hips, bringing a bend into the knees and dropping the upper body down towards the floor and your legs. Hands are reaching up high and then over to the front. Stretching out the shoulders. Begin to straighten one leg while you're bending deeper into the other leg. When you're bending into the right leg, drawing the right shoulder closer towards that right knee. And then same on the other side, when you're bending into the left knee, drawing the left shoulder closer towards that left knee. Finding stillness, and then heel toeing your feet together. Folding deeply. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, placing the hands onto the ground, stepping it to the back, lowering down, knees, chest, chin. Elbows close by your body. Inhale, snake forwards and open the chest. Exhale to the back, downward facing dog. Finding your variation. So either keeping the legs straight or bent, heels touching the ground or lifted off. Make sure that your spine is long and straight, and taking those downward facing dogs as an opportunity to reconnect with your breath. If we're going too fast or any poses don't feel great in your body, feel free to rest either in downward facing dog or a child's pose. Now inhale, rolling over your spine, coming into a high plank. Grounding down through the right hand, dropping down onto the whole left foot and extending the right leg out to the left side, left hand reaching up high. From here we are moving into a side plank, so rolling over the left foot is now balanced on the outside, and you're lifting the right knee up towards the sky or the ceiling, balancing on the left hand. From here we're shifting back, extending the right leg over to the left side, rolling over the left foot, switching up the hands, right knee is reaching up. And one more time. Extend the right leg out to the left side, coming back into side plank. Very well done. Dropping down onto the knees into a tabletop position and begin to draw circles with your hips. To restore, reconnect with your breath, but keep moving. Drawing the circles the other way around and mentally getting ready to do that little flow on the other side. So tuck under the toes, lift off the knees, coming into downward facing dog. From here, inhale, rolling over your spine, coming into a high plank, grounding down through the left hand, shifting the weight into the right foot and extending the left foot out to the right side. Moving it over into side plank, grounding down through the right hand, left knee is reaching up. Back to extend the left leg out to the right side. And shifting it over into side plank, grounding through the right hand. One more time. Engage the core. And into side plank, you got this. And then grounding down through the knees and the hands, arriving into tabletop position, drawing those circles with your whole body. Reconnecting with your breath. Drawing the circles the other way around. Finding stillness, tucking under the toes, lifting off the knees, sending the weight to the back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come up high on the toes. Exhale, bend into the knees, look to the front, walk or jump towards your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold deeply, relax the head. Inhale, come all the way up into a standing position. Exhale, lower the hands down, mountain pose. From here, inhale, lift the hands up, come onto your toes. Exhale, lower down onto the heel, hands stay up. Inhale, onto the toes. Gaze onto one point that is not moving. Exhale, lowering the heels down. Inhale, onto the toes. Exhale, lower down. 2 more times. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Last one, inhale up and then stay up. Imagine someone is pulling the crown of your head higher and higher, lengthening and stretching out your whole body, balancing on the toes. And then dropping back down, hands and onto the heels, shifting the weight into the left leg. Right knee is reaching to the front, closer towards the chest. Placing now the left hand onto the right shin. Right hand is reaching towards the back, so you're twisting open to the right side. Either keeping that right knee bent or extending it and placing the left hand on the outside of the right foot, extending the leg out to the front. Right hand stays extended out to the back. And slowly releasing without touching the ground, sinking into the left knee and wrapping the right leg around the left one. Extending the arms out in front of you, placing the right arm on top of the left one, bending at the elbows, wrapping the arms around each other, arriving into your eagle pose. Make sure that the hips are squared and sink down further with every exhalation. If you're not able to wrap the right foot around the left calf, simply place the right foot on the outside of the left calf. Straightening the left leg, drawing the right knee up towards the chest. Without lowering the right foot down, stepping it directly into a high lunge at the back of your mat. Inhale, reach the hands up high. Exhale, open up to a warrior 2. Your hip is facing the long side of the mat. And inhale, come onto the left toes. Exhale it back down. Inhale up. Exhale down one more time. Inhale up. Exhale down, shifting the weight from the right leg into the left one, placing the left fingertips on the ground in front of you and lifting the right leg off into half moon. Right hand is reaching up high. You have the option to stay here with the right leg extended and the right foot flexed, or bringing a bend into it with the right hand reaching to the back, getting hold and creating a bind, keeping your hip open. Releasing that bind if you created one, stepping the right foot to the back, this time moving the upper body up, facing the long side of your mat. The heels are pointing in, the toes out. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, sink down, knees turning outwards into goddess pose. Bring the palms together in front of the chest. Then inhale, lift the right heel off the ground. Exhale it back down. Inhale, left heel goes up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, left one up. Exhale down. Straighten the legs, and we're moving directly onto the other side. Turning the right foot into a 90-degree angle so it's parallel to the long side of the mat, sinking into the right knee, extending the arms. Then inhale, come onto the right toes. Exhale, lower down. Inhale up. Exhale down. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale down. Shifting the weight into the front leg, lifting the left one off the ground, placing the right fingertips onto the ground in front of you, and arriving into half moon. Open the hip out to the side. Your hips are stacked on top of each other. Left hand is reaching up high. Make sure that your left foot is flexed. And if you went for the bind on the other side, go ahead and bend the left leg, reaching the left hand towards the left toes, creating that bind. Releasing the bind, stepping it back down into a warrior two, and then moving the hips to the front, coming into a high lunge, stepping it to the front of the mat, but without touching the ground, wrapping the left leg directly around the right one and sinking into the right leg into an eagle pose. Extend the arms out in front of you, placing the left arm on top of the right one, bending at the elbows, wrapping the arms around each other. With every exhalation, sinking further into the right leg. Releasing, standing back up, and either keeping the left knee bent, the left thigh parallel to the floor, with the right arm wrapped around the left shin close to the knee, gazing over to the left and slightly back to open up. If you're up for a challenge, getting hold of the left foot from the outside and then extending it out to the front. Reaching the left hand to the back, grounding down through the right foot. And then releasing, grounding down through both of your feet, giving it a little shake to loosen up the hip and the spine. Reconnecting with your breath. You did an amazing job. Closing your feet. Inhale, sinking into the knees. The fingertips are touching the ground, and then swing the hands up. Imagine you're sitting down onto a chair. Tilting the pelvis towards the front, belly button is tucked towards the spine. Dropping the shoulders down away from the ears, and make sure you're shifting the weight into the heels. With every exhalation, sinking further into the knees, and begin to feel the burn in your legs. We're almost there, ready to move on. Now, lift off the heels, coming onto the toes. Still keeping that bend in the knees. And then begin to lower down, sinking further into the knees. Lowering the butt down onto the mat. Well done. Lifting the feet off the ground, balancing behind the sit bones, slightly leaning towards the back. Your arms and your lower legs are parallel to the ground. Inhale here. Exhale, lowering the right foot only down towards the ground. Inhale it back up. Exhale, left toes are touching the ground. Inhale up. Exhale right. Inhale up. Exhale left. Inhale up one more time each side. Exhale right. Inhale up. Exhale left. Inhale up. And then release. This has been the last active pose. Lower yourself down one vertebrae at a time. Bringing the knees, extend the arms out to the side, dropping the knees over to the right side, turning the head away over to the left. Grounding down through both shoulders. Moving the knees back to center and then over to the left, turning the head to the right. Finding your way back to center. Giving yourself one big hug, and then extending the legs and the arms. Your feet are slightly dropping outwards, palms facing upwards with the arms next to your body. Close out your eyes and begin to relax your whole body. Running a quick body scan all the way from the toes up to the head, noticing how your body is feeling. If you notice any sensations, Imagine you're grounding down through all the body parts that are touching the mat, rooting into the ground, finding that connection, that sense of balance and stability. Begin to move your fingertips and your toes, bringing movement back into your body. Bending the legs, rolling over to the right side, taking one moment here. And when you're ready, pushing into the hands, coming into a seated position with your eyes closed. Bring the palms together in front of the chest, bow the head down, bringing a smile onto your face. Taking one breath of gratitude, being grateful to yourself for showing up to this practice, working on yourself for yourself. Remembering that every morning we are born again. What we do today is what matters most. Namaste. Blink open your eyes. Thank you so much for practicing this little flow with me. I hope you enjoyed, and I can't wait to see you for tomorrow's class. I send you love and light and wish you an amazing day.